Mic check. Yep, there we are. Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting started just after 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Usually we're right on the dot or early, but just missed it by like a minute. So if you're new, awesome. Welcome. If you're returning to the live stream, even better. Good to see you back on here. On the first half of the live stream, we will cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, anything else that jumps out at us on the watch list. And on the second half of the live stream, we will cover your chart requests, answer questions, all that stuff. So that's where we're at. That's what we're gonna do. Help me with the algorithms. I'd appreciate that by smashing the like button, commenting, sharing with your friends and family, reposting it, whatever it is on the X app or YouTube, etc. And helps me, which then I can help you, and then it helps me. So, with that, hope everyone's having a good start to 2026, January 2nd. Dang. I remember when it was a big deal. This is how old I am. I remember how much of a big deal 1999 flipping to 2000 was going to be in the Y2K and all of the negatives and the narratives that the computers couldn't reset the 1999 to 2000. So, anyways, don't live in fear. Moral of the story: don't live in fear. So, a lot of times you um, may live in fear due to watching too much news, listening to too many narratives, talking or having your top five people that you spend the most amount of time with being negative, right? So the same can be applied to trading. So we try to block out the noise as much as possible. We try to just obsess over the charts, block out the narratives, block out the news, block out the noise, and continue to sniper the markets to the best of our ability. But you can't do that if you're getting pulled in a million different directions. You can't do that if you're listening to talking heads that are saying that Bitcoin is going to go to $250,000 by the end of 2025. And that was just a couple months before. So you got to be able to block out the noise, all that stuff. Same with life, same with trading, same applies overall. So with that, that's my little rant or for the TGIF Friday. So not sure how many people are going to be here today, being that it's a Friday and the day after New Year's Day, day two of 2026. So, but it seems like there's a normal amount. So it seems like there's a lot. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what you're asking. You want me to chart something for you? Uh, put in the ticker symbol, put in the name, the asset class, put in all the details. Do you want me to look at something for you in the second half? Question mark, question mark, I don't know what's going on. Best wishes, Jesse, Gert, Jan, Tenhove, 8417. Good to see you back on here. Thank you. Appreciate that. See, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. It might be too early for me to attempt to say your name. I know I'm gonna mess it up, and then we can make fun of me for doing it. Pragadesh Sassy 6677. How bad was that? Was that really bad? If so, I apologize. I apologize. Uh, IP story protocol on MEXC chart. Yeah, yeah, we'll look at it since you're putting in all the details, the ticker symbol, story protocol, and the exchange. It is Praga Desh Pragedesh. Is that better? Oh man, I wasn't even close. Sorry about that. No, I think I was pretty close. Pragedesh. Dish. Sorry. But anyways, I would say that English is my second language, even though I don't have a first. If I had to choose a first language, I would say math. But my second language is English, aka my first language. So to me, from pronounce names in other languages, not my strong suit. I'm just gonna be honest, not my strong suit. Meanwhile, my 18-month-old toddler is learning, thanks to our nanny, learning Spanish, obviously English, and sign language. So she's gonna be well versed in multiple languages, way better than her dad. So, but I'll teach her chess. I'll teach her math. I'll teach her patterns. I'll teach her all that stuff. So, strategy. Those are my strong suits. So, what else? W day. I'm not sure exactly. Can you be more detailed? I'm not sure what you're saying, but so might as well get into it. Pending buy signal on Bitcoin once again. There was a pending buy signal on December 28th. There is pending buy signal probably before that, before that, before that. W day is Workday Inc. Okay, got it. Nasdaq listed. Yeah, that makes more sense. They said the was just as similar as real. I'm not sure what you're saying. Sorry. Yes, we'll get into it. We will get into it. Pending buy signals across the board, not just Bitcoin, but also altcoins. So yeah. We're gonna cover it all. We'll cover it all. So let's just jump into it, and then we'll circle back on all the comments. Keep the comments going. Let me know if you have questions or anything you want me to chart. Early birds get the worm. So if I run out of steam at the end, whoever's putting in the chart request first, like early on, if you're putting in a late chart request, I may not have the energy to do it on a Friday. Today is a shorter day than any usually leaves about 2 hours early. So I have a lot. I always say this, but I have a lot to do uh, in a short period of time. So got to get rock and rolling here. This probably won't be as long as normal, but it might be. We don't know. Bitcoin pending buy signal. It's been going through this consolidation after this big 36% plus move down. So from wick to wick, just a little bit more than 36%. If you guys have multiple requests, we're getting multiple requests. So just pick one, and we'll do the one. Because I won't be able to do this for like 2 hours today. So sorry. Just pick one. Pick one. Pick your main one, and I'll do it. So after this 36% correction, we were expecting price to come back to the trailing dots. We're expecting the moving averages to catch up. We're expecting bounces along the way, and we are expecting a relief rally at some point. We've been talking about a potential relief rally since November. Then December went through, and price basically went sideways all through December, right? If you look at December, yes, it finished negative, but it was basically sideways. So today, if we see a buy signal, we already saw multiple candle closes above the trailing dots, multiple candle closes above this longer term downward trend line going back to October 6th. So the trend is breaking. Seems like the relief rally is on. We're expecting a 30 to 45 day relief rally with a 30 to 40% bounce as well. If the relief rally is starting now and price isn't going lower first, then I think it's going to be a more shallow relief rally, right? So here we are already at, potentially a 12%. So if you get up to 20, 25%, right? 30%. Probably not going to see a 40% relief rally if that is the local bottom. And after the local bottom, I am expecting lower prices. So just make sure that everyone is clear on that. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only, and hopefully have a little bit of fun along the way, like me making fun of me for trying to pronounce names. But I'm not doing it to be mean. It's not my strong suit. So I apologize in advance. Pending buy signal, this consolidation wedge, are we going to see a bounce, a more significant bounce? 15, 20, 30% bounce, whatever it is, and then see the next leg down, right? And why do I say that? Well, because in every live stream we've been talking about that it's a bounce until proven otherwise. Yeah, we know, Jesse, we heard you. But why? Well, like I've been saying, it's because the higher time frames have flipped bearish. And when higher time frames have flipped bearish, we have to lean towards longer term correction. Longer term correction. Jo, what's up, baby? IOVA61. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yep. Boom, boom. Did little girly dress as Grandpa Frost? Ooh, I'm not sure what you're talking about. The little girl got to see Grandpa, both grandpas. Not sure. Can you show when the BTC relief rally flashed in 2022? Maybe not today. That we're not going to have much time. But I did post several charts over the past couple of months. So if you just look for charts that I reposted yesterday, I believe. It's a weekly chart that I originally posted on October 10th. So if you look at the October 10th weekly chart post, you'll definitely find it there. If not, remind me on Monday. Please. Thank you. I don't think it goes that high. I'm not thinking 110. 110, I don't think so. It's possible, but I don't think relief rally is that high. That would be from wick to wick. 36%. Possible. I just don't think it happens. So we'll see. We'll see what happens though. Pending buy signal. Once the candle closes, it will become a buy signal. The price is above the green trailing dots. Price is breaking out of the wedge. Blah, blah, blah. If you're looking at this, you could say that, a rough idea could be like that, right? That would bring you back up to like almost $102,000. You got resistance up here as well, like horizontal resistance. Right? And that would be, 25.6%. So, yeah, seems likely, right? That seems more likely. Could 110 also could there be a wick to 110? There always could be a wick to 110 because we don't know. I mean, we could look at like the shorts in a short squeeze. But I think it's less likely. I think that 101 to 102 is probably more likely, right? And you've got that $100,000 psychological value, right? That would be pretty strong resistance. So if it wicked back above it or even closed a couple days above 100, it would really get the bulls excited again, and then probably just reverse back down. Probably in the same, if not a very similar situation, but we'll cover it all. So that's what we're looking at right now is we've been talking about all the way down. At some point, there will be a bounce. We do expect those. At some point, there will be a relief rally. All through here, we've been talking about at some point, Bitcoin will have a bounce or a relief rally. Could we see lower prices? Yes, we could have seen lower prices. We talked about the last live stream. Could there be a fake out one way or the other? Yes. There could have been a fake out to the downside and then relief rally, or it could go down. It could be multiple fake outs, right? Could be multiple fake outs. So stay on your toes. But right now, it's breaking out, right? It's breaking out. There was bullish divergence over here. Possible higher low that we talked about. Multiple candle closes back above the trailing dots. Green trailing dot. Breaking out of this wedge, right? This consolidation period. So now it's looking like the bounce is on. And if we look at the weekly chart, it lines up with the weekly chart. This bounce of price coming back to the 200 week, price coming back to the weekly trailing dots. So let's say the trailing dots are there, right? Let's make those yellow so we can see them. We'll make the trailing dots yellow. But you can see like the trajectory of the trailing dots, right? Lines up with that bounce as well. So the trailing dots are currently at 103. By next week, they could be at 101 to 102-ish. And then the week after that, 100. So a lot of reasons why we could see price back up to 101, 102 for sure. For sure. A lot of reasons. Not just what I'm mapping out right now, but there's a lot of reasons why we could see price back up into the trailing dots, the weekly trailing dots, the wedge, and other targets as well. So I agree with that. 110 possible, but I just don't think it's probable. Possible, but not probable. So expecting a bounce, expecting a relief rally, and if you're buying this breakout, could you make 10%? Yeah, it's possible. Could you make more on the next drop, right? However it plays out. Yes, I do think that. So that's what we're still same thing we've been talking about for more than a month and a half. Because we've been talking about there will be a relief rally at some point. When? We don't have a magic crystal ball. But then we've been watching. We've been talking about it. We've been live streaming about it. We've been watching it. We've been live streaming about it. And here we are, finally, another pending buy signal. Seems like this pending buy signal will stick with a buy signal, which increases the probabilities that we're going to go higher, that we're going to see $100,000 Bitcoin. We're going to see possibly a 101, possibly a 102. I don't think 110 is possible. And I certainly don't think we're going to make a new all-time high. As of right now, with the higher time frames that are still bearish, we're going to see the 200-week moving average, get hit before we see a new all-time high. And that is all the way down at $57,000. $56,799, depending on what exchange you're looking at. So bounce, relief rally, and then possibly attack to the downside yet again. And we'll see what happens. So that's Bitcoin. Similar thoughts. Same thing we've been watching this whole time. This is nothing new. There's no There's no, oh, Jesse's flipping bullish. We said that on a relief rally for months that eventually we're going to get a relief rally. So if that means I'm flipping bullish on a daily chart, then yes. But we're not flipping bullish on a weekly chart, a 2-week chart, a 3-week chart, a monthly chart. The 3-month chart had a bearish engulfing candle. The 6-month chart had a bearish engulfing candle. So this is a relief rally until proven otherwise. And the thesis is still retest the 200-week moving average, not day, before making a new all-time high. So that's where we're at. Buy signal. If we come down to Ethereum, where's Ethereum? There it is. We've been talking about it. We've been covering it. We're watching. We're waiting. We're talking about even if we did get bullish divergence, still expecting a breakout. Bullish divergence, we did not get bullish divergence on Ethereum. We just got higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Breakout yesterday with the candle close above the trailing dots and the downward trend line. Depends where you draw it, I guess. Right? Pending buy signal on Ethereum. A lot of reasons why Ethereum can come back up into this $3,600 to $3,900 range, right? $3,600 to $3,900 range on a bounce / relief rally. If you look at the weekly chart, trending dots come right into that box as well. So there's multiple reasons why. Multiple reasons why Ethereum could bounce back up into that area. So, and again, it's a bounce until proven otherwise. It's a relief rally until proven otherwise. Whatever you want to call it. Dead cat bounce, relief rally. And it's currently already up 18% from the low, right? It's already up 18%. Already had a bounce of 31%. So if it gets up into here, probably going to see an Ethereum 40% bounce. And that would take you into the weekly trending dots, pretty much. From wick to wick, it'd be about, I don't know, 35 to 45%, maybe 48%. So that's what I'm fully expecting. So there you go. That's Ethereum. XRP. Now, XRP did have bullish divergence. Bullish divergence. We talked about it. It's been on the charts. Bullish divergence. You have this resistance that is coming in. It broke one resistance already. It's coming into another resistance, pending buy signal. And this is showing the weekly trending dots, expecting a retest of those trending dots. When? We don't know. When? We don't know. But you do have bullish divergence. Could see price come back up and retest the trend. Let's see. Where are the trending dots? Trending dots. Here, let's move this up then. Right? Trending dots are currently up here at $2.44. So could see that bounce first. And then move down like that, right? So that is possible. And it may take a month or two to play out. But you have bullish divergence, pending buy signal on the daily chart as of right now. And you have the weekly trending dots up around $2.44 ish. So $2.44, currently $1.90, almost $1.99. So what is that? From the buy signal, right? It's about a 22% bounce. If you're looking at from this wick down here on Binance, It's a 76% bounce, but you know, I wouldn't have been buying this wick, right? Bullish divergence, higher low, pending buy signal, much better setup in my opinion, even if it's lesser to the upside. It's a it's a higher probability, right? But you're trading against a trend. The overall trend is downward. The overall higher time frame trend is downward. So can you relief rally this? Sure. Can you make money on the relief rally? Yes, you could. Could you potentially make more money on the next drop down? Yes. Yes, you could. So if you get a sell signal over here at like 220-ish, right? You get a sell signal, a lower high, all that stuff. It's 50%, or if it even goes below the 200-week moving average, it would be even more. So trading with the trend, I always think that you can make more money. Can you counter trade a longer term downward trend? Yes, you could. Do I? I have. I do, but not as often as trading with the trend. I trade with the trend at least probably 75 to 80% of the time, unless I think it's a major reversal. Then I would prefer to long or short the bottoms or the tops, right? So yeah, probably about 75% of the time. So anyways, that's XRP, Chainlink. They're all starting to look similar, right? You got the weekly trading dots over here. That trajectory of the weekly trading dots. We've been covering this for a long time. This isn't all of a sudden prices up and we're like, oh my God, let's jump on the bullish train. We've been talking and talking and talking about a bounce or relief rally at some point. These altcoins have been just getting crushed for a long time, right? A long time. So we're expecting a relief rally. Bullish divergence on Chainlink, pending buy signal. You got the training dots up here, right? So relief rally until proven otherwise. And then we'll see what happens after that. Chainlink, Cardano. Cardano have bullish divergence? Yes. Even the indicator is picking up bullish divergence. Bullish divergence. RSI buys, pending buy signal, all that. So we've got bullish divergence on several altcoins, right? You get a pending buy signal, 200-week moving average, blah, blah, blah. So the bounce is on. The bounce is on. Price filled in a lot of this gap or a lot of this wick, right? Most of that wick has been filled on Cardano. Algo, no bullish divergence, but we do have a pending buy signal and it's been going through a very, 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 very long downward consolidation. It's breaking out of that long downward consolidation. 2020, July 2025, right? So the bounce is on. Could it come up, back test the train dots, and then go? Sure, it could. So H bar back above the 200-week moving average. You do have slight bullish divergence going back to here, right? Let's see. Slight bullish divergence. Yep. So you do have the slight bullish divergence. You got the weekly trending dots. I don't know what all these lines are. This is probably the weekly trending dots, right? Let's look. Yep. That's the trajectory of their weekly trending dots. Still on the same trajectory that we drew out weeks ago. So expecting a bounce to the weekly trending dots, you can see that it got close or hit it all the way down, right? If you're looking at the trajectory, that's what we're looking at. So bullish divergence, weekly trailing dots. You can see a bounce incoming for H bar. XLM, bullish divergence. Already had an RSI buy signal. Weekly trending dots are up here, right? A lot of reasons why XLM is going to bounce higher. So they're all starting to look the same now. Some have bullish divergence, some do not. Ethereum did not have bullish divergence, but it seems like Bitcoin had its own bullish divergence, but the altcoins. Oh, mic check. Oh, yeah. Came off the desk. I was trying to adjust it. We good? We good? We good? We good? Good. Yep. I don't love this stand, but it's higher. Anyways, XLM seems like it wants to bounce, and these altcoins could be bouncing higher, right? 30% bounce, etc. So there we are. MicroStrategy, the canary in the coal mine, came all the way within like 1% of the 200-week moving average. Could be getting a bounce into the weekly trading dots. Could see a relief rally, and then of course the final big drop after that. So right now, looks like it wants to retest the daily trending dots and got very close to the 200-week moving average, which was our thesis from the very top. So our thesis from the very top was MicroStrategy will go into a bear market. It has. It's down 71%. MicroStrategy will come down and retest the 200-week moving average. It got within like 1 or 2% of it. And 3.76% of it, whatever. So could see a bounce and then the retest of it. In Bitcoin, I'm expecting very similar, where it comes back for a retest of the 200-week moving average eventually. When? We don't have a magic crystal ball. We can just kind of lay out what we've seen from 2021 and 2022. There are a lot of similarities still. Not expecting it to play out exactly. See the dollar could be breaking out in the near future. If so, if we see it get back above this trend line, back above the train dots, like we talked about in the previous live streams, then we could see a retest of target 1, flip that resistance into support, and then target 2, and so on and so on. So maybe get a bounce to target 2 at least on Oracle. What else? Lemonade had the sell signal. Could be coming back up for a retest of the train dots. What else? Could look at some miners come back. Could be bullish divergence. Yep, bullish divergence on Hive as well. So that kind of lines up with a bounce even on some of them. We can take a deeper look on those. We can circle back. Hut. Riot. Probably bullish divergence. Slight bullish divergence. So on and so on. What else? You can go over here. Let's take a look at the Magnificent Seven. PLTR. There's a gap up here. It was partially filled, but not fully filled. But you've got PLTR starting to drop back down. ANF, we drew this out at the top a couple days ago or a few days ago. Let's see, December 30th, right? A few days ago. Could come back into the train dots, put in a lower high, and then if so, that could be a big move down on ANF. But you could see that was an epic bounce, right? So it's possible that altcoins get that type of a bounce. It's always possible, right? So even if we're saying into the weekly trending dots on altcoins, it is possible for a short squeeze. So we'll see how it plays out. In this case, the buy signal on the daily chart was back here on November 25th, missing the gap up, but it was a gap and go. And you could have rode that all the way up until whatever your take profit strategy is. Netflix just dropping. Ultra bearish on the daily chart. Dropping. Still unfilled gap up here. Still unfilled gap over here. Microsoft, same thing, right? I mean, they look very similar. MSTR, MSFT. But 2 of the 4 targets have been hit to the downside so far. Do have a gap over here, right? It's like a 7% gap, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot when it's a big market cap. Tesla, we've been talking about the bearish divergence. Tesla, we've been talking about, it looks very similar to Bitcoin's Wyckoff distribution. Someone asked me about that the other day on X. And so it looks very similar. Wyckoff distribution, very similar to SP500 Wyckoff distribution, very similar to Russell 2000 Wyckoff distribution. Looks very similar to NASDAQ Wyckoff distribution. And of course, it all started with the Bitcoin distribution. So Wyckoff distribution. So looks very similar. And now after the bearish divergence, break back down, candle closes below the train dots, sell signal below the train dots and this pivot point, and it's back. Bearish engulfing candle on top of it. So could see further downside, right? Come back up to the train dots and then complete some sort of move like that, right? And these trending dots kind of like roll over slowly, right? So, oops. Let's get back on the cross. Right? Probably something like that. That's kind of the trajectory that I'm seeing. Tesla, Amazon, doesn't look great. Meta, pending sell signal. Was that it for the bounce? Wicked up and partially filled that gap, but TQQQ, Apple. Wait till Apple comes back down here and then I'll be like, Mom, I told you so. NASDAQ. Oh boy. NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ doesn't look like Wyckoff distribution because it didn't come back all the way up here. It just looks like a topping pattern, right? You still have I guess you could say maybe, right? I guess you could say it looks similar. You have to draw it like that. I don't know. But you do have the bearish divergence. It just didn't have the additional bearish divergence like the SP500. So you start losing this line over here. the trending dots, right? This would be the lower high. This would be the high, right? One target's been hit so far. So since price hasn't taken out 26,410, uh, all these targets are still valid. Jesse, where are they? I'll have to put them back on. 1 out of 4 targets been hit so far. All 4 targets that were originally drawn from October 30th are still valid. SP 500, rising wedge. This was looking like the Wyckoff. I did that chart. Where is that chart at? I posted that over here. Let's see. Let's go to Jesse. Let's go to. I just posted it. There we go. Let's take a look at it, because otherwise I have to find it. So the Bitcoin Wyckoff chart played out, and if you count it all the way down to where the wick was at 80,400 ish, it played out like 92 to 95% of the move. I don't have an exact number. It's just kind of an eyeball test, quick numbers, but it played out 92 to 95% of the way. SP 500 looks very similar. UTAD test, and then start breaking back down. 68.93. What is that right now? 68.88. So it's following the Bitcoin and the Wyckoff fractal I drew out by hand, very similarly to Bitcoin, right? So we'll see if it continues to do that, and if we see prices back below $6,000. I think a lot of people will be surprised if we start seeing prices back below $6,000. But the market snipers won't be one of those people. I've been covering this. You can go back to all the live streams, and look for the chart. Like I said, this chart aged well yesterday, and that was the MicroStrategy chart. And then, like, we already covered it on this live stream too. If you see the chart on the MicroStrategy, you'll see that not the bottom signal, but a major target area. So, but yeah, I've been covering it every single live stream. So yeah, now that Bitcoin Wyckoff chart was a success, it's time to double down with an S&P 500 chart comparison. Here are the notes. Bitcoin led the downside in 2021, 2022. Not opinion, fact. Also, Russell 2000 did too, right? And MicroStrategy led the way for Bitcoin. BTC led the downside in 2025, 2026. Not opinion, fact. Both show bearish divergence in the previous correction and this one. Yes. And the Russell 2000 looks similar, but started the correction before the SP 500 and NASDAQ. Sorry, I don't care to be a Wyckoff expert. All the Wyckoff experts actually missed this move. They missed it. They're calling for Wyckoff bounce right now, which is great. But they missed the major one. I'm 1 for 1 on Wyckoff charts, so why not double down? Triple down. Double and triple down. So there's the Russell 2000, 24.99. Where's the Russell 2000? 24.99. Getting a little bit of a bouncy bounce. But I had the sell signal. Could bounce back up in the trading dots, right? Just kind of like I drew out for the NASDAQ as trading dots kind of roll over, right? Come back up into it at some point. It could. The targets have been set. Oof. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Probably got some shorter term targets too. These are like longer term targets going all the way back to $1,712. So longer term targets, and could probably build out some shorter term targets, but I don't think there's a point. So we'll see. We'll see. Seems like, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for price to come back below 2,300. So if you look at, that's the daily chart. If you look at the, let's see, the 8-hour chart, it's already breaking down from the wedge. You already had a sell signal. You already had kind of a back test. And then obviously this is drawn based off of the daily chart. So you'd have to update it a little bit for the 8-hour chart, right? So, but similar, right? So that's 8-hour chart. Came down. Train dots are starting to roll over as well. Another pending sell signal. This buy signal was underneath the train dots. So, but yeah, you get additional candle closes below. The daily chart is trending that way, and had a pending sell on it, I think. Maybe not. Could have a RSI sell signal in the near future as well. MACD bearish crossover, MACD crossing below the zero line. All will probably be happening today or tomorrow, or not tomorrow, today or Monday. Maybe not today because heading into the weekend, but well, futures open on Sunday, right? So Sunday for me. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. Let's see. When's it going to read? It's a big move down on the 1-hour chart. Multiple back tests of that trend line. Yeah. So closes at 1 p.m. today and then opens at Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the market closes for the futures in the future. Get it? How much time are we in? About 50 minutes. Okay. Let's keep going. So that's the Wyckoff over here. And that's what we're going to probably be watching. Why not double down? Oh boy. Oh, Jesse. So there we go. I'm sure a lot of people will love this post. 17,000 views and only 118 people liked it. 22 bookmarks, probably because they want me to be wrong. Yep. For sure. Next epic call, possibly. I spent too many posts calling you a happy bear, a gay bear, and I was wrong. You were right in 2021 and right this time too. You might be the best BTC chartist out there. Luckily, I have thick skin. Thanks. But Jesse, the Fed just injected. Said, this is Mike G trying to be funny. Mike G is been a long time market sniper, probably 3 or 4 years now. 3 or 4 years market sniper. Shout out to Mike G. He loves trolling the big accounts. The talking heads, he likes trolling the permabulls that are up only. He loves it. I can't say that I didn't love it at 1.2, but I don't have time for it anymore. But he did great. Mike G, I love when he direct messages me and tells me that what he did, and he made a lot of money. So I'm happy for him. rode Bitcoin all the way up, um, sold his Bitcoin, bought Tesla. Tesla went like what, $450, $500, sold Tesla. Then he got into silver, right? So he went from Bitcoin to Tesla to silver. He's probably, I'd have to check in with him, but he probably, I don't know if he locked in profits in silver yet or not. Probably, but I mean, those are 3 consecutive amazing trades that he's crushing it, crushing it. And he fought me for a long time. He was very permeable. He's probably sleeping. He's in Australia, but he's very permeable on Bitcoin forever. And he fought me and fought me and fought me. And then once he just started seeing it with the clear lens, bought, sold Bitcoin with a profit, bought, he was like that with Tesla too. Bought Tesla, sold Tesla, and then bought silver. And I don't know if he sold silver. I don't know. I'd have to check in with him. He always updates me, so I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, but he's being funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Am I? I'm just trying to start fights. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to start fights. I'm just posting what I see in the charts. So, anyways, let's get back to it. 8-hour chart. Let's look at the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart pending sell signal. Let's look at the 18-hour chart. Already had a sell signal on the 18-hour chart. So the daily chart is the only one that hasn't had a sell signal yet. 18-hour chart has, 8-hour chart, 12-hour chart already did, and then a buy underneath the trailing dots, and then another pending sell signal. So there you go. Most likely the S&P 500 is also going to have a sell signal. Maybe not today, maybe not Sunday, but in the near future. In the near future. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's get over to 18-hour chart already had a buy signal. Let's get over to the chart requests. Let's knock this out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Jesse. Come on, Jesse. Roblex. I don't. If I can't find it quickly, then still bearish. On the daily chart, starting to get oversold, but can remain that way. May have a bounce in the near future, but it's bearish on the weekly chart. At some point, it'll come back up and retest the trailing dots, but when? Who knows? It just seems like on the higher time frames, it will want to come back and retest the 200-week moving average. 2-week chart. I don't think that would be crazy. That would be a weird handle, but could be interesting. Looks like someone had me chart it back here years ago and retested 200. That worked out, right? Where was it? Yeah. Looks like someone had me charted a couple years ago. But as of right now, it's correcting on the daily and the weekly chart. So I'm not sure what your plan of attack is, but it's still bearish on the daily and the weekly chart, etc. So okay. Crypto, IP, story protocol, Tether. Oh, you said MEXC. Oops. There you go. This daily chart. So looks very similar to a lot of the other altcoins where you had this big correction from $15, right? Huge correction. 92%. So probably a dead cat bounce. Lasting, 94 days, 99 days, right? Weekly chart, the trading dots are way up here at 488. 488. So that lines up with a dead cat bounce back into the trading dots, possibly. Broke that downward trend line, right? Did not have bullish divergence, but had the buy signal back above the trading dots, candle close above the trading dots, green trading dot flip green for the first time since September. So the bounce is on 488. If I just did the eyeball test of targets, probably like target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4. So however it is, so you probably could see a bounce however it plays out. Maybe something like that. So there was a buy signal. It was getting oversold. Broke the downward trend line with the candle close. Looks like a candle close above December 30th, and then it for sure won on the 31st. Buy signal, and there it goes, right? So a bounce until proven otherwise, and you've got the trending dots trajectory. Probably something like that, right? Trending dots. Okay, what else? Workday. Okay, you got it. You got it. Workday. Thanks for clarifying. Thank you. Thank you. Workday Inc. Yep. Oof. Oof. Yeah, it's back below the 200-week moving average. The 200-week moving average is downward sloping, which is not good. It'll take time for the ship to get turned around. The weekly chart is bearish. There could be a lot of room to the downside. 2-week chart is bearish. 3-week chart is bearish. Monthly chart is bearish. 2-month chart is bearish. Three-month chart is flipping bearish. I don't have a 4-month, 6-month chart. Back to the trading dots. Found support there last time, but seems like maybe not this time. 12-month chart could come back for a retest. And it's never retested because it hasn't been around that long. But in the short term, it's bearish, right? So the next 3 to 6 months seems like, of course, expect bounces along the way. Of course, expect relief rallies along the way. But the next 3 to 6 months seems like it's going to be bearish. Remind me later. Let me know if I was right or wrong. No, don't let me know if I was wrong. Only if I'm right. Just kidding. They said just similar to, I don't know. Yep. Got it. Yep. Breaking out for a relief rally, bounce. Sol MSTR called did MSTR. Sol looks very similar to the other altcoins that I already covered. XRP covered it. Covered MSTR briefly, but it's still the same thoughts that we've been watching for more than a year now. Got within 4% of retesting the 200-week moving average, and it's in a bear market. There could be a bounce, aka relief rally, but I'm still expecting the 200-week moving average to get hit at some point. And similar to being in the past, price went well below the 200-week moving average and stayed there for a while. So, Baidu breaking out. I would say it broke out. Oh yeah, monthly chart. Yeah. So a lot of these stocks or crypto assets that I've covered, once it finally got back to the 200-week moving average and bounced above, came back for a retest, that was a good buy the dip opportunity. So either here at 126 or at 123 was a great buy the dip opportunity, right? So it's ultra bullish on the daily chart. So you'd be, if you're buying now at 148, it's chasing the market, and I would have probably considered this missing it, right? The weekly chart had a buy signal back at $90. So it's been more of a buy the dip scenario since then. And then, of course, buying the dip once it's back above the 200-week moving average based off of the daily chart is a much better. Am I still on log? I always forget. But yeah. Yep. Ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Bullish on the 2-week chart. Buy signal back here at $95. Surge, retested, surging, right? So probably coming up for probably hit one longer term target. Let's change this to orange. 2, 3, 4, maybe something like that. Maybe the first target's a little bit lower. Second target. so on and so on. So the retracement is on. That's the 2021 all-time high. Basically retested the low over here October 2022, retested the low March 2025, and then off to the races, right? So that's Baidu monthly chart, had a buy signal in September. So it's bullish. It's bullish. It's bullish. Yeah, the MACD monthly is lagging. It's a lagging indicator. So, but you're right. But you are right. RSI buy signal, MACD bullish crossover, crossing above the zero line. So there you go. There you go. Ultra bullish on the daily chart. Let's see what else. Yep, covered it. Most coins have RSI overbought for. Well, I can't say most coins just because we just looked at half a dozen altcoins and they were bullish on the daily chart because they're pending buy signals. So I doubt that the RSI is overbought on the 4 hour. I was thinking oversold. On the lower time frames, it can remain overbought for longer than what people think, right? So for example, I mean, we can look XRP, right? So that's daily chart buy signal. And as an example, so if you're watching the recorded coaching videos, Mighty Kirk, what you're going to hear a lot is, and we put it on the indicator as like I talked about it so much on the recorded coaching videos. It's overbought on the 4 hour chart while the daily chart is bullish, like you said. But if you see the indicator, there's a magic wand. And sometimes, not always, often, but not always, is sometimes when the magic happens. So when it's AKA overbought, orange candle, it could be when the magic happens. Similar to oversold, you can see some big moves to the downside, right? In this case, it was overbought and it corrected, right? So often, but not always, this is a downtrend. So that's, overbought, right? On the 4 hour chart, but it was bearish on the daily chart. Overbought candle, sometimes when the magic happens, and for example, went higher, right? So, but again, those are in a downtrend with bearish daily. This is a bullish daily. So it could continue higher even though it's overbought, aka when the magic happens, and that's why we have a magic wand on there. So could be bullish or ultra bullish on the lower time frames for longer than what people think, and maybe come back up and retest the bearish downward trending weekly trending dots at around 244-ish. So hopefully that answers your question. Hopefully that helps. If not, hit those recorded coaching videos more and more and more and more and more and more. I've talked about it for hours. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hmm. I don't know, but I think I'm running out of steam. Let's see. Daily chart, pending buy signal with the doodling. Doesn't close for a while. Still doesn't close for a while. So we'll see. We'll see. This is a fake out, right? Expect fake outs along the way. So we'll see how it plays out. But with that, I hope everyone is having a good start to their 2026 season, right? It's going to be a long season. It's going to be a great season, in my opinion. We're already rolling out so much stuff, and I didn't talk about it earlier, uh, but going over to we just did another update, and of course, you have the dashboard, you have the liquidity with futures, uh, options, ETF, Bitcoin and Ethereum for now, uh, indicators, right? Just telling you where it's at. The recorded coaching, news coming soon. You can click on it and actual charts come up. Coming soon. Screener coming soon. Intelligence coming soon. There's advanced filters on there. Intelligence coming soon. All the recorded coaching videos that I was talking about with Mighty Kirk over there. Hours upon hours. I went all in. I was exhausted. Some breakdowns, Friday jam sessions with the old crew, uh, and so on and so on and so on. So just got a whole new look over here. Obviously, the news screener intelligence is only on the admin portal for now. Right now, there's a dashboard and liquidity and recorded coaching, all for $49. But as we continue to roll these additional tools out, the price is going to go up for new subscriptions, new members. Current members who locked in the $49 or they locked in the yearly rate, which is like $490 for a year. It comes out to like $40 a month. They're locked in forever at those prices or until they decide to cancel, right? So they're grandfathered in. You could be grandfathered in, uh, and it's all for $49 as of right now. So we haven't added on the intelligence. We haven't added on the news. Uh, it's trading related, so it's not like it's like politics or you know uh, market is up or down like that kind of stuff. It's all going to be tailored to. Maybe there's some of that mixed in there, but at first it's going to be tailored to stock trading purposes. And then, of course, you could put the screener on. You could look for the next opportunity. If you missed the last opportunity, you could look for the next opportunity every single day. So we're building all that out. And if it was all built out, I mean, it would probably be a value of, with all the API connections we're doing, it would probably be like we're gonna be eventually. We're not there yet, but we're gonna be doing like probably $4,000 to $5,000 a month in API connections and tools, and you'd be paying $49 a month. So I'm incurring that cost. We're currently built out to like probably three to $400 a month in API connections and data and all that stuff. Uh, and you'd be paying $49. So it's kind of like a data arbitrage for you right now. Uh, plus the recorded coaching, plus the trading bots, plus the original indicators, plus. So the screener, plus all that stuff. So it's going to get crazy. The ideas and what we're building every single day and that we're committed to for all of 2026 and the reinvestment that's going on. It's not like I'm just like going out and buying a new car with subscription money. I'm reinvesting way too much of it, way too much, but way too much. Oh yeah, for sure. You could also hit up support at email too. Uh, yeah. We'll Yeah, with the new year and stuff like that, I'm behind on some of the direct messages in Discord, blah blah blah. So yeah, we'll get you set up. Don't worry about it. We get you. We get you, Win Diesel. But yeah, we'll get you. We got you. We got you. The great thing about the new portal is once you do the new portal for less, because I think you're in the OG membership. Yeah, so this is cheaper than the OG membership, but you get a lot, and you get a lot more tools. You get more tools, cheaper. It's crazy. So yeah, we'll get you from the OG membership to the new one, and you'll save money. So it's cheaper and more tools. So we'll get you set up today. We'll get you set up before the nanny leaves. I promise. I promise you, Win Diesel. I always want to call you Vin Diesel, but Win Diesel. For sure, for sure. Maybe I can see where I can. Yeah. If you could save $30 a month and get more tools, yeah, you might as well. I mean, you could arbitrage me even more and do the yearly, but uh if you just want to do the monthly, $30 buys more diapers. So congratulations, by the way. So you gotta keep me updated on that. It's quite the journey. I'm 18 months deep into it. Nice, Mighty Kirk. It's only gonna get better, my man. It's only gonna get better. I promise you. I promise. I don't like to make broken promises. One thing I can promise you, it's only gonna get better. And I've been saying that when we rolled out 2 trading bots for $49 a month, I didn't plan on adding the recorded coaching. I didn't plan on adding the 2 original sharpshooter candles. That's why I didn't really make an announcement on it. I did have plans to do the dashboard. Uh, and then all of a sudden, it's like once we figured out that we could actually create all of this data arbitrage and put our own market sniper spin on it. It's not just the data. It's putting our own market sniper spin on the data and news, like trading news alerts and stuff like that. This is like, it feels like the very, very beginning. And I said that 2 months ago, and look how much we've already added. We've already added so much. And we haven't even released the news or the screener or the intelligence yet. We're gonna beta test it and beta test it and beta test it. But you do have the liquidity, and the liquidity is the worst it's ever gonna get. The liquidity is the worst it's ever gonna be. The dashboard is at its worst that it'll ever be. It's only gonna get better from here. We haven't even introduced dashboard APIs yet. We're gonna be able to set up API connections with XYZ broker, maybe exchanges too, in the future. That'll all come in the future. But right now, you could upload files. You could, if you're not trading a lot, like if you're not doing like 10 day trades per day, I mean, you still could, but you could still manually input every single trade. So it's at the worst it's ever going to be. This liquidity is only going to get better. We have a lot of ideas. Of course, we're going to add all the altcoins, but it costs money. It costs money. So we're taking it step by step and in like order that I think is going to be of importance of helping market snipers gain an edge, right? The recorded coaching, we already had it. We already had it built out. So might as well add it. It was already in the Discord for recorded coaching members, the old G members like Win Diesel. But we added it to the portal. This portal is going to create one day we might not even uh one day we might not even need Discord, right? Like everything would be in one spot and it would cut out potential scammers out there trying to impersonate me to scam you out of money, right? Like it's not just to get away from Discord because it only costs me $10 a month to run a Discord. And Discord's been great. We've had Discord since February 2022. The end of February 2022, we launched Discord, and it's great. But eventually, I could see us adding a tab here for community, and we could post our Bitcoin charts, or you could chat, or give ideas on the settings you're using for the trading bots, and sharing information with one of each other so we can get better as a sniper community, right? So I could see a tab there one day for community, and then at that point we wouldn't even need Discord at that point, right? Uh, so literally consolidate everything into one portal, uh, so that you only need to go to one spot to sniper the markets. So that's where we're heading. That's on the low. That's like a want list. I have a needs list to a need for speed to get better and automate and blah blah blah. So thanks, Money Kirk. I appreciate that. If a $49 investment can help you make money, then it's money well spent. But you also have to invest time, and time is more valuable. So you have to invest time. Uh, you don't have to invest as much money. We're keeping it low. Many people with successful businesses, it told me that I'm not charging enough. Many people told me I should focus on people who have 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, and I would make way more money. But I'm not doing it just for the money. I started this as a hobby to help people because people kept asking me to help them. But I've always said if you can monetize your hobby, even better. So that's what we're doing. We're turning the hobby into a monetization now. And I've never taken $1 of affiliate money. Maybe one day I will, but I have never. So we do plug what we're doing over here, and best $49 I spent my whole life. I hope that $49 and what you're saying, Money Kirk, multiply that by 10. Multiply that by 10 because I'm going to go deep on the data. I'm going to go deep on the market snapper tools. I'm going to go deep on gaining an edge for automation and continue to work every day to just get better and better and better and help people make money, right? So if I can do my best to help you make more money than what you're spending, then I feel good. Then I feel good. So with that, hope you have a good rest of your day. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Hope you have a good weekend. Spend some time with the kids, or in the future, Wendy Soul, you'll be spending a lot of time with your baby. It's all good stuff though, right? All good stuff. So with that, thank you for all of your support. Thank you for smashing the like button. Thank you for hitting the repost button, sharing with our friends and family, helping me help you, help me with the algorithms. And with that, have a good rest of your day. Adios.